Hey loves, it's your girl Sherika Shay, and welcome back to another episode of the Cage Bird Sings podcast. This is a continuation of episode 26. Check it out.
Yeah, it's just what I learned, man, is just by being out here is that you got one life to live, and doing it in jail ain't it,
Mm.
right? So coming out here, you gonna realize, man, the world is so different. When I went to prison in 2009, or when I was incarcerated from 2009 to 2023, right? Relationships and societal norms have changed.
Yes.
So I've got out and I realized that my thinking is outdated because I was incarcerated. So I wasn't in the relationships. I wasn't out in the street to see how things was functioning. Like social media is a huge issue amongst couples
Mm.
because it's something that you cannot control. You know what I mean? It's a variable. If somebody messages you or likes a picture, it's just like social media can be messy. But because I had got out, right, and not I never had social media.
Yeah.
I was incarcerated when all that came out.
Right.
I didn't realize that social media was so pivotal in everybody's life where it was. So society changed, bro. You know what I mean? When I got out, I realized like it was almost like the world did a 180. Like the dating scene. There's so much, you know, people promote. It's like right now, it's like the world is hypersexualized. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they trying to
Big time.
sexualize our women through the music. They only give certain people money who has this stereotypical view of black women.
And it goes back.
Now,
It goes back a long time.
I see that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I don't like. It's like the stereotypes of the sexy reds and all that. That's not the example of every black woman.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the person they're going to give money because they're going to keep that image out there for
Right.
you
Right.
to stagnate us as people in our growth.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get out here and you find you a woman, bro, and you know she not with the games, marry that woman, bro.
Listen. Y'all better listen.
Marry
Listen.
that woman, bro. I'm telling you, it's a lot of games out here, man. A lot of
Man.
games out here, man.
Yeah. And loyalty is not out here. You know what I'm saying? There are people that you can find the loyalty and somebody that's willing to grow with you because that's what it takes. It's not about just you. It's not about just me. It's about a us. It's about a we. And so if you can find that, you need to invest in that and grow that, just like this man said.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's 1,000% true. Because telling you, man, you just look on saying it right. What I've learned out here, man, is that a lot of dudes, especially with some, not gonna say a lot, some dudes being incarcerated for a long time, I'm gonna say the first thing that you need to be worried about is relationships. I feel like that's the catalyst of recidivism that a lot of people go right back to jail for. Is domestic violence. Is
Mm.
when they get out of prison from doing a they have to understand like that dynamic of a relationship being in person with somebody is different than having a verbal relationship over the phone with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're in person, you see all that person's flaws, you see their, you see they shine, you see all that.
Everything.
And sometimes that toxicity is not evident over the phone
Yeah.
until you get with that person.
Mm-hmm.
And then understanding that when we get out of prison, we are the vulnerable ones,
Mm-hmm.
especially for those who did a long time.
Yeah.
You get out, you fresh start. You have nothing really to your name like that. Then if you get into a relationship that's probably not what you need at that time, and go left, and you see some dudes right back in jail. When I was incarcerated in a county jail, there was some dudes who got out of prison, got into a relationship. He was there fighting his case all over again because he got into a relationship with somebody he probably shouldn't have. Got into a domestic dispute, and at that time, if lifers got out on life or parole and caught a new crime, they go back to jail for life, right?
Yeah.
They got to go right back and go to the board.
Mm-hmm.
So just be careful of those relationships when they first get out, man.
Be
Because
careful.
that's where a lot of dudes end up going back to jail.
Absolutely. And I'm just going to throw this out there because you said the relationship. So that goes multiple ways. That's all your relationships. Even if, unfortunately, it might be a cousin, unfortunately, it might be a homeboy. You have to be cognizant of who you are around and what they are triggering and bringing out of you. If it is not conducive to you living a life that you desire, of not going back to a prison system, get away from them. It's not to say that you have to be away from them forever, but until you are strong enough and able to stand in your own manhood or womanhood, then you might can have them back around in your life, or you may not even want them in your life. So just be mindful of that. That was very, very profound
Yeah,
that you mentioned that.
this is true, and especially like with family as well, right? So like, if you had little cousins or whatever, like the years you went away, they've been growing as well away from you. So
Hmm.
your influence, you knew the person intimately at the time before incarceration. Like for me, I got out my cousins as young. I remember me being the oldest one and then being little kids. You know what I'm saying? But now getting out, we both men.
Hmm.
So now it's just like his expectations of me is different. I'm just like, some of the stuff that you find fun is triggering for everybody. That's not something I want to participate in.
Right.
So now it's like, nah, I ain't switch up, bro. I ain't switch up, but I'm just telling you, I don't want to go back to jail.
Yeah.
Jail is a real place for me. I've been there.
Yeah.
You heard the story. I've been there.
Hmm.
So I'm not finna take that ride with you, bro. So now some people look at you differently because, oh man, cuz on some bullshit, that nigga on some weird shit. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, nah, bro, you can do that.
Hmm.
That's not a smart choice for me.
Right.
So sometimes your family will try to pull you in a different way too. And you have to be strong enough to stand in, like you said, your manhood and say, nah, I'm going to choose the life I want for myself.
Yes.
Because the one you want for me, bro, going to end me back up in jail. And you're going to do the same thing you did the first time. You're going to go on with your life,
Hmm.
as you should.
Yep.
So I'm going to do the same for me, man. If even if it's family trying to put you in the wrong direction, bro, just make sure that you stand up and have enough grace to say, like, you know what? It's cool. I mean, I'd rather you cheer for me in the nosebleeds
Hmm.
than you cheer for me right there on courtside. Like, I'm going to always be your fan.
Yeah.
Because I'm not in the front row don't mean I'm not in the nosebleeds.
Right.
That's just how close you are to me now.
Yeah.
You used to be in the front row, now you in the nosebleeds.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I still know you there.
Yeah.
Thank you for the support. We just not that close no more.
Hmm.
You know?
And
You got to be that way.
yep. And be okay with that. Be okay with
Yes.
that.
People, places, and things. That's it, man. Identifying those things. At the end of the day, man, prison ain't worth it, though. Prison truly not worth it, man. Because, we become inhumane in these conditions, and we're deprived. We don't want to be deprived in these type of environments. We want to be able to live our lives, man, and enjoy our lives, because that's what God intended us to do. He put us on earth for that. So, people, places, things, identifying those things and not allowing yourself to become a victim to those things, whether it's family or friends or relationships. I think everything you said too, bro, was spot on. Because a lot of times we don't understand those things. Typically, when you're in a relationship in here, it's different from being out there, because, like you say, you can't see all the flaws, and all the toxicity and all those things. So, yeah, man, once again, man, you brought some presence to the show today. Thank you, bro. We appreciate you. Yeah. Because the next time, we have a segment, man. Look, I would like to tell y'all what our life is, like how my home life is. My daughter, me and her, great relationship, obviously. But like I told you, my son's mom was hell.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that also put a wrench in the game between how me and my son communicate.
Yeah.
So I'll go into that more another time, but I just want to say that, hey,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
that way too.
We'll name it a topic. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right, y'all.
Okay. Have a good day, Marcellus. Thank you again.
Big bro.
Bye.